And we're back. This is the second time I filmed this because I had the camera this large, so it covered up my entire screen instead of showing the charts. You can tell I'm a bit rusty and filming myself. Anywho, like I was saying, first day back, it's December 28th. It's been a little over a month. Now, in the month that I was gone, I probably blew about $1,500 on my personal savings account, trading like a retard. So I'm very glad to be back to prop firm trading, so I can still trade like a retard, but it'll be less expensive. So there's that. Great. Other than that, yeah, I'm in Florida. Now I have 9:30 to 11 fully open, so I don't have to deal with work at that time frame, so I can really focus on trading, which is great. Now, time to shrink this so I can actually show my screen. Perfect, perfect. Yes, so, as you can tell here, it was a very good first day back. $1,500 profit, we take those, we take those. I got up a little bit late today, but it worked perfectly. By the time I got onto the charts, it was around like 10:25, 10:30. So I was like, shit, maybe I don't get a trade in, but woke up to see beautiful structure that I love to see. You know, you got a bit of consolidation here, and then you got manipulation, and now we're starting to show the real colors of the day. So, by the time I logged in, it was this 5-minute fair value gap formed after inversing the fair value gap from this morning's manipulation, and we're kind of continuing that downtrend which has been going on for a little bit. So, set out the 5-minute fair value gap, waiting for it to get tapped into, which it did. And also, this 5-minute fair value gap was above the 50% extension, so probably pretty close to the 79% extension, so that's always nice to see two confluences line up like that. So, I set this out, waiting for it to tap in. It tapped in right about, here, around 10:36. I waited a little bit longer just because I wanted to also see confirmation by a closure below the 1-minute moving average here, which did happen, and then from that point on I just entered right there. Stop loss above the 5-minute fair value gap, and then take profit was for a 3-to-1. Yeah, and then right about here where I marked out this line, we inversed this fair value gap here to kind of really show that we're continuing that bearish momentum. So I re-entered for an extra 3 contracts, which brought my stop loss to about here for the $500 stop loss, and then my take profit was a little bit higher here for the 1,500. During the evals, I'm going to risk 500 on the 50k evals, and for a like 1,000 to a 1,500 take profit. And then when I get funded, I'll probably shrink that down half to about 250 risk. So kind of continuing what I was doing before. So yeah, and then I raised this and it tapped it immediately, which was phenomenal. I was in this trade for like 10 minutes. It was great. And then it just chopped around here for a bit, and then it hit my initial take profit around 12:30. So yeah, I mean, couldn't ask for a better trade. Phenomenal first trade back. Looked clean, setup was nice, everything was perfect, and I took the opportunity well. So let's keep that momentum going on to tomorrow. Yo. All right, Tuesday, second day back, and another very good one. So with this, I think I passed the evaluation. I'll head on to funded tomorrow, unless the consistency rule, which is like 50.5%, if that's too much, then I'll take like a small trade tomorrow or something. other than that, so what did I do today? We had London high here, London low here, and on ES right in the morning we swept. What did we do here? I don't. Yeah, so on NQ and on ES we pushed up right in the morning and instantly took out London high for the both of them. So yeah, London high was taken out, and then we were seeing signs of a reversal on like kind of the 1 minute time frame for both. It looked like we were shaping down to the downside. So my targets were kind of like down here, you know, the London high, London lows, and yesterday's New York low. So we kind of pushed up, took out London high, and then pushed downwards to take out the other easy draws on liquidity. So that was kind of the plan. Now, on ES, we created a 1 minute fair value gap above London high, and then we inversed it as well as closing below the 1 minute moving average. And on that candle closure, we were just a little bit higher around here inside the fair value gap here. So I took the trade on NASDAQ to capitalize on like the little bit of difference. I put my stop loss above the high, and then I targeted about down here somewhere. And well, I guess I have a funded account now. Let's get back to this in a bit. Well, I don't know. Apparently, they need to verify my identity and whatnot and bullshits for the next 2 days. So I guess it'll take like 2 business days for me to get my funded account or some weird shit. I don't know. So this is probably the last video of the week. But anywho, yeah. So basically, swept out London high on both, created a 1 minute fair value gap on both, and then inversed it and broke below the 1 minute moving average on ES. So I took the trade on NQ, stop loss about here, and I targeted previous lows. So ideally I put it here around London low, which was already swept, but I was already at a 3-to-1. Ideally, if this was like a personal account, I would have put it to yesterday's New York low, which was a lot lower, and I think we're going to sweep it for sure for like a good 5-to-1. But you know, this was an eval, so I can't be picky. So that's what I did. Pretty straightforward trade. Took it real quick. I re-entered the position, brought up my take profit a little bit higher, in and out within 12 minutes. Great trade. Took it well. Overall very happy, and yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow, I guess, but it might be the last video of the day, of the week. So yeah, pretty good first week back. Alright, and we're back. Okay, so today, once again, phenomenal. It's going pretty well. So yeah, it did take like, they approved my funded account today at like 10:30. I was already in the trade, so I just said fuck off. I ended up just getting another evaluation, so I'll be rocking this evaluation as well as my funded account, so I'll just copy trade both of them. So yeah, that works for me. Now, the trade that I took today, it was earlier than 10, so I didn't really like that too much, but you know, it was like 9:55 and the opportunity was there, so I just took it. Now, so what ended up happening? Yeah, we once again had a little bit of manipulation to the upside before market opened, and then a sharp push downwards. We swept every piece of liquidity to the upside, so I wasn't really looking for liquidity to the upside. Now, we did not sweep London session low, so I was a little bit intrigued on getting that. I had a pretty sharp decline here. A 5-minute fair value gap was formed. And then right here around 9:55 we tapped in. And then closed below here, and I just entered here. So I did a pretty quick entry. It was a kind of a high-risk entry, 9:55. Just a quick one tap in, no second guessing. So yeah, pretty risky, but it paid out. So yeah, entered there. Instantly came down, closed below the moving average, created a 1-minute fair value gap, which then kind of played around a little bit, and then around here where this candle closed, created a lower low, so I re-entered the position, which knocked my stop loss to here, and then my take profit to here. So brought the take profit a little bit down, the stop loss a little bit down, just in case, because my initial take profit was like right on the line of London low, and I like it to be a little bit higher, so this worked out pretty well. Yeah, and I wanted to hit kind of 1500 for a 500 risk, so yeah, this worked out pretty great. Then it just chopped around for like an hour and a half, which was painful because I'm just sitting there watching. And then about 5 minutes ago, it just dumped straight into my take profit for another $1,500 day. Tomorrow, I'll try to copy trade this eval and my new funded account. I just gotta figure out, make sure that it's there. And we'll be good for there. I took it on NQ again just because on ES, it was kind of the same exact setup with the London low and the fair value gap, except like it was like a 1.5 risk to reward. So I thought I had a better risk to reward just taking it on NQ. So that's what I did, and yeah, another 3-to-1 for 3 days in a row. So I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, we'll start copy trading 2 accounts, which will be my first time doing that. So yeah, making some moves here in Florida. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna make a video for Friday because I was like really pissed off. It just didn't go well. So I was gonna originally just not make the video and fuck off. But then I was making the full video for the week, and I realized that it's only 3 videos long, and it's only the good days. So I thought let's be honest with ourselves, show the bad days, and make the video a little bit longer. We'll have 4 days in there, so yeah, it was really disappointing. So what ended up happening was I was busy working. I was busy doing some shit until about like 10:08, 10:09, and yeah, and then I was like rushing to get to the charts, and yeah, I didn't really get there in time. I got there like 8 minutes late. And when I opened the charts, I saw a phenomenal opportunity, like the best opportunity I've seen in a while. It was like a 5-to-1 easy. Could have passed my eval. Could have had like 40% of the way to a payout, very simply. So I was a little pissed off, and I felt like I had just missed the opportunity. So I, didn't feel too hot about that. And what the fuck is this? What? 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 Anywho, so yeah, I don't know, and it put me in a really shitty mood. And unfortunately, I took it on the charts. It was about here. I God damn it. So yeah, when I got onto the charts, it was about like here. And I mean, I was like, oh shit, did I miss a move down? I started marking out the stuff here. 1 minute fair value gap that was inversed. I don't know what this is. 1 minute fair value gap that was inversed. It also broke below the moving average, which for some reason is bugging out. Yeah, here it broke below. It inversed the fair value gap. And then I was going to take the trade on ES. God damn it. Stupid Wi-Fi slow. But it doesn't matter. ES, what happened was it had the same exact build like this, but it actually went back into uh, the fair value gap section here instead of just chopping right here. It tapped back into it. It tapped the moving average, and then it continued downwards. With such a tight stop loss and such a quick, decisive move down, I would have definitely just kept trailing as much as I can, just because there's just no signs of stopping. So the profit would have been insane, as you can see. I would have capped it at like 1,500 for the eval to pass it, and then 1,200 for my 40% consistency rule. So it would have been a phenomenal start to my eval and a second funded account just like that. Two evals passed in a week and $1,200 funded. So yeah, and it was about here. And I was like, there's no way this is actually going to play out. And then I just sat here and I watched it dump and play out perfectly. And then, I don't know, around here, I was just getting like desperate and pissed off. And I just started like porting in bullshit trade after bullshit trade. Ended up losing a little over $500 on both accounts. So it's $1,000 negative. Um, I mean, firstly, I need to manage my time a little bit better just so I can actually get to the charts on time and not have that happen again. But just missing a super large opportunity like this really upset me. And I still, like always, need to have better control over my emotions. It's always the problem, but yeah, I couldn't control my emotions and I just ended up taking stupid trades and losing money. Um, so yeah, it hurt. It pissed me off. I thought about it for a while. Uh, yeah, so that kind of sucked a lot. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. I didn't really want to make a video about it initially, but I thought I might as well.